You might drive by and it's cold and windy and snowy. You can't really tell the difference. It looks like any other rural Minnesotan town, but if you go a little deeper, you can tell that it isn't.
Yeah, I have like Indian friends, African American friends, Hispanic, white, just all type. Well, you learn a lot like from their cultures and what they do, and then like when they invite you, you just want to learn more about it.
Worthington, as so many other small towns or regional centers, experienced a significant population loss in conjunction with the agricultural changes, with larger and larger farms, more industrialized, more centralized agriculture. And Worthington was able to, I think, accommodate that. It would have lost more population, significantly more, if we didn't have the large employer that came in. But the large employer that came into Worthington really drew people because there weren't enough people to actually fill the jobs that were established. So we began to see a big increase in immigrants coming in.
We've got people from Ethiopia, Sudan. We've got people that have come here from what was Burma, it's now Myanmar. Our main street has about every type of ethnic food that you could want to consume, as well as grocery stores where you can buy the product yourself. And that's something I think surprises people, because we probably have the same type of thing you could get in downtown St. Paul or Minneapolis in our stores right here in town.
From 1870 to 1920, there were about 10,000 people who came from Northern and Western Europe. So from Norway, Sweden, but primarily from Germany. So this became a huge population of Germans living here. And of course, coming from Germany, they spoke German, and they understood the need to learn English, but it was a long process, just like it is for anybody who learns a second language as an adult. So many of those first-generation Germans and other Europeans never did become fluent at English, but their children were able to be bilingual for the most part, and their children's children then spoke English and forgot German.
My dad has a tax office where he does accounting and he does taxes. So during the tax season, I help him out.
Mi nombre es Enrique Aguilar y actualmente resido en Worthington, Minnesota. My first impression about the people in Worthington was that they were very kind in general terms. When we see each other, they say, "Hi." And I had to say hi and to learn to say hi.
As of this tax season, we'll have a Korean interpreter working with us, and it'll be really nice because just as I think it's great to be able to explain what the laws are to the people in the Hispanic community. Well, I don't speak Korean, but it's nice to have someone from such a large community in Worthington that can explain it to them for us.
Jimmy Mewera no military too. No, you Uwera Worthington, Minnesota. No, Yamada Baka Losora Dala Patuola Mi Baganyo, La Baklotita de Gaba, Yamada Leta Sahi, Joe, no La Bahuta Pita Madi de Pago. Most of the current peoples, they move to Worthington because of the relative and because of the friend, and especially for the job. Worthington is really nice for my kids, especially for their education. They love music, and in Worthington High School, they teach like music, orchestra, and choir. And all my kids, they join with music, orchestra, and choir.
I enjoy living in Worthington, and I like it because I have a lot of friends that I could hang out with, and I could do stuff that I like to do, in like music and playing instruments at school. I still have American friends, some Asian friends, and then Latinos friends.
I think one of the places, the place probably that you see the most cultural mixing is in the schools. And the schools are vibrant with a lot more activities of various cultures occurring, different sports, different courses. I think it's one of the vibrant areas in our community with some challenges, but really bearing a lot of fruit.
In Worthington here, my kids, they have friends, not only Korean peoples, they have friends from Guatemala and like from America, from Africa, America, and they do have like a Spanish speaker friends. I love my kids to be friends with other peoples, especially for the culture. They can learn other people's culture. They will know that they are not alone. They have other peoples also.
Worthington is a very quiet city. No much crimes, no much dangerous people, and that's an environment very similar to the place where we live. We live in Mexico for many years. I like to live in a quiet place like Worthington.
There was a newspaper article by the Pioneer Press a few years ago that asked, are there gangs in Worthington? No. No gangs, no violence.
I'm not worried about my kids have bad friends or with bad guys, so I don't worry for that. So they all are good for me.
I think the people that have come here are uniform in what they want. They want a safe place, they want a place they can work, they want a place for their kids to go to school. It's the same reason that the immigration came to this area in the 1880s, the same reasons really.
A lot of people move to Worthington because we have like a community support in Worthington here, and maybe they have a friend and relative, so they want to be together.
Worthington is a place that is welcoming, and that is a great place to raise a family and to call home.
I really do appreciate the way Worthington is. It's a small town, but you don't have to go too far to be able to understand a culture from far away.
We are a community that is very diverse, and that within a very short few years, the rest of this state will look the same.